Ho ho boardies, welcome to Borderline Games. This is the 4th episode of The Letter, horror visual novel, and I'm joined here by... You can say that, right?
Yeah.
By Vicky.
Hello.
We're back
My name
again.
is Vicky.
And we're speedrunning this game to try and get to the best bit.
Or something.
And we've just said
happened.
to some extent.
Yeah, she's showing the people around the house, two are knobs. And then she's like, oh, it's cursed. And the other woman's like, I don't think you should be selling this house.
You need to get out of here.
There you go, there's a synopsis.
And she said,
I mean, if
sit
you're
in a
watching
corner where I
episode
can see
4,
you.
you've watched the other ones, right?
Maybe the thumbnail on this one is just too good to pass up.
I am topless on it.
Yeah. And now we're going to have to follow through on that.
So, if you inherited... No, sorry. I'll start again. If when we were buying this house that we live in right now, the estate agent was like, look, I need to disclose that the house is cursed.
Yes.
Would that put you off buying it?
I think it depends on what the house looked like. Do you know what I mean? Like, if it looked like it was a cursed house...
No, it just looks like our house does.
I don't think I'd care.
So they're like, people die in it quite a lot, and it's cursed, and everyone thinks it's haunted. That wouldn't give you any cause for concern.
I don't think so. It would probably make me more jumpy in the nighttime, but I don't think it would put me off from buying the house.
But you scream all the time?
Yeah, I would scream all the time.
But you'd buy it and then just scream all the time. You just live terrified.
I think I'd eventually get used to it. Just remembered I was using the mouse for this, wasn't I? I think I'd just get used to it. What would you do? You come in and they're like, hey, oh, maybe, like, I've bought the house and I've just forgotten to mention, by the way, apparently it's cursed.
Well, I'd be mad if you hadn't told me that.
You'd be mad.
Yeah, because you should share all information when we're buying a house together.
I guess.
I mean, I don't believe in ghosts and curses, so I guess it wouldn't put me off. But then also, I don't think I'd like it if there were like loads of people die in here. That would just make me feel a bit weird. I don't know. But like, you know, people have died in loads of houses that we've lived in.
Yeah, because that's how it works.
Yeah, because we're murderers.
Right, we're gonna...
Hang on. Everyone, whoop. We need to be on high alert. Where are the dogs?
Well, Bilbo's eating his food and Hagrid's just taking a toothbrush out.
Okay.
There he is.
It's just that when
She's
the
probably
dogs
gone to get some of her food.
disappear, it normally means they're up to no good.
Yeah.
Also, I was going to eat some crisps, but that's obviously quite loud to do whilst this is happening. So then I was like, I'll just lick the flavouring off them, but that's kind of gross.
Don't do that. Just eat them, it's fine.
No, they're really crispy. I'm eating crisps because it's Christmas.
Yeah, that's good.
It's the day before Christmas. No, New Year's Eve.
It's the day before New Year's Eve. And all throughout the house.
I've also got a cup of tea. Get yourselves cozy, kids. We're going to listen to a spooky story, drink our cups of tea, wrap ourselves in blankets, and talk about ye.
RP. Strap yourselves in because we're speedrunning this. Ready?
What do we even mean by that? Am I not allowed to talk anymore?
To some extent. No, of course you can talk. But we're
How
trying
are
to
we
get
going
to
to speedrun it?
We're going to get to the cool bit.
If we're speedrunning it, then that means that we want to beat all of the records.
No, it doesn't. It just we're going faster than we have previously.
Okay.
That doesn't mean I'll feel any less
Hang on, if we're
awful.
going faster than we did previously, then I can't talk.
You can. Whether at myself, at the unlucky turn the situation has taken, or for her, I don't really know.
I promise I'll give you a full report of what happens after. I'll even let you take the lead tomorrow.
Do you trust her?
No, she just closed her eyes while she's telling me that.
Okay. I'll step aside for now.
You're the only one that's not cursed.
You're upset.
A little, yeah, obviously.
If it's any consolation, I won't tell the boss about today. You know how he is.
But he hates it when people get concussions.
Yeah.
Please don't.
He hates concussion. He
I
doesn't
don't wanna
believe in
repeat the
concussion.
lecture I got
Doesn't
during
think
my
it's a
first
thing.
assignment.
Anyone injures themselves, he sacks them.
He called me a noob, and I don't even know what that means.
Who called him? Who called her a noob?
The boss.
Because
I
he's like
think
a
she
weird
misheard,
gamer.
and he didn't say noob, but said boob.
Maybe.
That makes more sense.
It does, yeah. You're a boob. At the memory, we both burst into helpless giggles, earning us strange looks from the guests milling about the door. Talking and laughing like this, it's easy to forget any mishaps that happen. Mishaps.
Like me just screaming, the place is cursed, get everyone out. That is a bit of a mishap,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Little mistake. Little things you learn to appreciate, I guess.
So, are we good?
We good now? I'm still not okay with it, but Rose has a point. It's better for me to step out of this one for now.
Imagine buying a house and with it came all these paintings.
I won't
of
be able to
some
help you
other
anyways if I
couple.
keep getting distracted like this. Maybe I'll just take a walk outside or something while I wait for you to wrap things up.
Please, just stay put. I
Do
insist.
not move.
I'm not an invalid, Rose.
Is this by the people that did that other one that we read together?
Which
you
one?
clearly have not seen how you looked earlier.
The one with Beast.
No.
What was that called?
That was called The Fate of Morgana.
That's it.
The
Any
Fate
of you
of
guys read that? Watched it? Played it? I
the
don't
Fate of the House of Morgana, I think, right?
know. Yeah.
That's like in a world of its own, really, isn't it?
What do you mean by that?
It's like what's it called? It's in a different league to this one.
You think?
It's
I think
not
so.
that bad.
Color hasn't even returned to your cheeks yet.
It was started off really
stay
weird.
here,
It was
all right? Don't
incestuous
even
a lot,
think
wasn't
of
it?
going
It was
anywhere.
incestuous.
I like that this
Let
doesn't
me
have
finish
incest.
what I'm doing
in it.
here, and
So
then I'll take
far.
you back to Luxembourg myself to have
Fingers
that
crossed.
minor bump checked. At least wait for me to call someone who will fetch you, okay?
Okay.
South Park references are cool now still, aren't they?
Yeah.
She's gone before I can voice one word of a complaint. Left with nothing else to do, I find myself drifting back to the foyer. A few visitors linger in the area, some merely enjoying the afternoon sunlight streaming through the stained glass windows.
Being a bit concerned about the giant fucking chandelier that's swinging on the ceiling.
Others can be seen admiring the priceless antiques decorating the room. One group of elderlies,
Elderly.
yeah, gathered some way across from me, is occupied in a friendly banter about which one would cost more to buy.
What's your favourite flavour of crisp?
Like, comment, subscribe if you like crisps. A little argument here and occasional laughter
But what
and
is your
teasing
favourite
there.
flavour?
You're asking me?
Yeah. Who else would I be
I
asking?
thought you were asking the
Hagrid.
listener. I smile to myself.
He's really reluctant to answer. What is it? Is it
Well,
something weird?
it's an embarrassing flavour. Salt and vinegar. That's a
Ew,
classic.
is that? Oh, it's gross. I hate salt and
Conversation-
vinegar. It smells
Oops.
so bad. And it's so strong. So much vinegar on it. On all of them. Oh, yeah, no.
On all of them,
Ugh.
it's evenly spread. The conversation reminds me of what I've been
I
missing
meant
these
all the
past few
different
months.
like brands of crisp.
Yeah.
Salt and vinegar is, and it really does smell really bad. I'd rather smell cheese and onion over salt and vinegar. What flavour of crisp would you rather smell?
Yeah, tell us what flavour of crisps you'd rather smell.
What would you rather smell, Garrett?
I'm-
Speed run!
I'm happy to smell most crisps. I used
Even
to.
beef. Do you hate meat?
I do hate meat with like a passion.
He hates cows, so he won't eat
I
meat.
won't eat them. Rose is probably right. I do need a break.
Hang on. So, you don't mind beef?
I don't mind the
What
smell
about
of.
prawn cocktail? You hate fish?
I used to love prawn cocktail crisps.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You used to complain about cheese and onion crisps.
Yeah, and then I started to like them
Oh, why? Why haven't you told me
because
about
I
that?
ate them a bunch.
You told me that you hate sour cream Pringles.
That's true, and that still is true, sort of.
But they're like the equivalent of cheese and onion, kind of.
Not to my palate.
So do you like the smell of sour cream Pringies?
You know, I don't think I've smelt them. No, I don't like the smell of them.
Did you used to think of Pringles
Yes.
uh,
I did.
as
yeah.
a Christmas thing only?
No. But I think some people do. Hagrid, you're not helping.
So I used to think of them as like a treat, like a special occasion thing. Like Schlur.
Right.
Do you remember Schlur? Do you think anyone under the age
Is
of...
it not still a thing? Hagrid, you're making
I
a...
think it still exists, but I'm not sure if like... What are they called?
Hang on, we've
Bo
got a
Riddlers?
troublemaker
Oh,
here.
just ignore it. Should be fine.
We can't have her doing that all the time.
No one will hear it. What are they called? Gen Zs. I don't think they know about Schlur.
When
Schlur
did
is
it
like...
stop being a thing?
No, it still exists. I just can't imagine people our age
You
that
can't
have
imagine that?
people our age that have children being like, oh, it's a fancy occasion, let's get some bottles of Schlur in. So I think it will have died out, but we know about it because our parents did it.
I barely
Well,
know
not me,
about
I didn't
it.
have parents.
Okay, we'll just leave it on that.
But
Vicky's
like,
an alien. Just so people understand what that means.
but you know, like, if you're probably over 30, I guess it depends on how old your parents are as well. For me, it was actually my grandparents.
Everyone comment and let us know how old your parents are.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, they'd get the Schlur. It's a British thing as well, by the way. Very much a British thing, this. I wonder if there's an equivalent. There's bound to be an equivalent. It's like, they look like they're bottles of wine, but they're just flavoured, sparkling drink. And, like, you'd get them when you'd have, like, family gatherings. Why are they deemed fancy? Just because they're overpriced and there's hardly anything in them. And they're in glass bottles, like a bottle of wine. I used to love
so.
Schlur. It was the height of sophistication. Did you get into Schlur at all?
No, never.
Never your vibe.
No,
Did your parents get it though?
no.
Whoa, the fuck did you do on special occasions?
Uh,
Did you guys drink? Oh, you know, like, you don't drink alcohol in this world.
I don't know what Schlur is. It's non-alcoholic.
Yeah, it's not alcohol. It's just essentially like, it'll be like pear and elderflower
Right.
sparkling pop, essentially.
I think that
If I'd known you'd never tasted it, I would have got some for Christmas.
would you?
Yeah, you'd love it.
You think so?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's just
Oops, I
weird.
just pressed something.
It's like, it's really expensive. Actually, is it expensive now? I
Maybe
don't
because
even
I
know.
can
I know
get
back
worked
then
out.
it used to be like £2 for a bottle,
Speaking of, I should call Ash. Okay.
which is insane back then in the olden days. And it just is like nice, fancy
You're
pop
talking
in a
as if you're
glass
in your
bottle.
70s, by the way.
Yeah, well, I'm 40.
That's not.
4.
No.
3.
No.
2.
Yes.
Okay.
Speaking of, I should
But
call
for a second,
Ash.
I was 45 then.
It's a few hours early from what I've told him.
Hang
but
up, I don't like him.
He did ask for a call
Hang
once
up.
I'm done.
Press
I
the hang
can't,
up
I can't
button.
hang up. Besides, I don't have a ride back. He offered, so I
I
might
thought
as
she
well
said
take
just
it.
wait. I don't remember her saying go home.
Yeah, I know. That isn't what she said. Or bribe him into giving me one. Not that he'll ever accept the latter, personal convictions and all. Honestly, if there's something I find admirable in him, despite his tendency to annoy the hell out of me, it's that. Well, whatever way works. A free ride is still a free ride.
In fact, she did tell her to wait and said that she was going to take her to the hospital.
And to stay where you are.
Yeah.
There's Rose's offer too, but despite what she says, I know she'll be busy for the rest of the afternoon, especially without me assisting.
Oh, I see. She's just ignoring her on purpose.
Bothering her for a favour as small as this is the last thing I want to do right now. A couple of minutes and a few prayers asking for a decent signal later, the call finally connects and...
Shit! Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble?
What?
Shit, how loud is this thing even?
Oh, he's there.
Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Back as
A sharp ringing fills the entire hall, disrupting the pleasant quiet that had settled. Soon enough, heads began to
Why is
turn
it
in search of
playing
the
on
source.
her phone?
It's not. We can hear it behind us or something.
Can't beat me. Looking for trouble?
You know what I mean? Like, if I were
But
to
it's
call
about
you.
him. Oh, Ash is there already.
Ash is at the house.
Oh.
That's what I was trying to say, yeah. My eyes dart around the small crowd before zeroing in on a lone figure crouched behind the same group of old people checking out the decors moments ago.
He's just there hiding from her.
He's facing away from me,
That is so
fumbling with
fucking
something.
weird.
Yeah, it is really odd. With something in his hands. But I don't need to see his face to know whose back it is.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'd recognise that dumb Parker
Just keep
anyway.
saying how he's pretty fly for an Asian guy over and over.
I'm a cool dude. Pretty fly for an Asian guy.
Without bothering to end the call, I marched towards him.
Looking for trouble? Better not
After what happened today, I'm really not in the mood to deal with this.
Oh my god, what an asshole.
Times to...
Back as watch out.
Ashton Frey!
He's Christian.
Is that got to do with anything? He could just be wearing that for a trend. Hagrid's finding all of her squeaky toys and squeaking them.
Yeah.
Because she knows that it
It'll interrupt
irritates her
everything.
father.
What happens next is something I'll surely regret later for not having recorded.
Ah!
He jumps, he lets out an undignified yelp, followed by his phone slipping out from his grip. It bounces from one hand to another in his poor attempt to catch it before ultimately falling flat on the floor with a resounding clack.
That might have consequences later.
I kind of feel sorry for the phone. And the floor. But it's not every day that you can catch someone like Ash off guard and get a reaction. Damn his stupid detective senses.
What does she mean? His detective senses?
I don't know. I'll take every ounce of victory I can get, no matter how small. Ha! An awkward pause passes between us. What's going on? A blink. A cough. He makes a face. And then in a too-quick motion he ducks and retrieves his abused gadget, while a grin threatens to break out from my lips. He doesn't meet my eyes when he straightens, but a flush has crept up his neck and cheeks. In another universe where we haven't known each other for 5 years and suffering through his teasing isn't a day-to-day occurrence, chances are I'd find that adorable. Endearing even. Unfortunately, this isn't that kind of world.
Is there romance in this game?
I don't think so.
Who would
But
you pick to
I-
romance?
What I think it's going to be like a Until Dawn kind of situation. You know what I mean?
Who are going to try and keep him alive?
Yeah, it might be like if you haven't got this amount of bonding with somebody, then they'll more
They
likely
won't trust you
yeah.
and do things you say. Okay.
The way things are, I'm already content to see him out of his obnoxiously calm and collected disposition.
Hello to you too, scaredy cat. I could stand to be greeted like a normal person, you know.
What? And miss that look on your face? No way. Oh man, I should have taken a picture.
I am so honored you find this funny. Is that how you treat your guests? I think I need to talk to your supervisor.
Talk to yourself. You aren't even a
Yeah, nice
guest
comeback,
here.
love.
What are you doing here in the first place?
For a moment, he looks like a cat that swallowed the canary.
He was worried about her.
Suddenly checking every nook and cranny in his phone. For any damage or scratches seems to be more interesting an activity than explaining himself.
Ash,
I could be looking to buy a house.
a mansion.
Yeah, why not? Did you see the view outside? It doesn't look haunted to me at all.
He's messing with me.
Ashton, I am not in the mood. What are you doing here?
He chances a glimpse at some point behind me. The parlour. Curious, I follow his gaze, but before I can figure out what has caught his attention, he places a hand on my shoulder and turns me back to face him.
with a lady friend.
I just finished working on something, so I dropped by.
Or for a girl.
I still don't see how his work has anything to do with why he's here.
What is his work?
At my confused look, he drops the hand resting on my arm, like he has touched something particularly hot, and casually rubs the back of his neck.
And I said I'll see if I can pick you up. Turns out I can. Free time and all. So here I am. Figured you'd still be busy, and so I roamed around for a while.
Oh, you should have mentioned that sooner. I was about to throw you out.
Throw me? Hey, I was given a pamphlet. I think that makes me a legitimate client.
We have mandatory sign-in sheets for clients, Ash. I didn't see your name on it. And you can't just roam around because it says open house.
We've been silent. for
Normal
ages.
people
Yeah, we
actually
have.
follow an etiquette here.
It's because the dog's distracting us.
Right, okay. I
Vicky's
think I'll just go
decided that
ahead
now's the
and...
best time to play. And she's getting all of her toys and squeaking them and rustling them and like shaking her head very
wait.
vigorously.
I
with
wasn't
them.
really going to throw you out. Rose said
I also took
Never
the
mind.
opportunity
I was
to
just
have
about
an
to leave
after
anyway.
eight stick. So
Wait.
festive.
What? Now?
Something must have shown in my face because he pauses and gives me a long, hard stare. Sometimes I forget how easy reading people is for Ash. Given how he looks, he often looks as if everything around him is a chore. I avoid his eyes, hoping he'll drop the subject. I won't ask any more questions. The last thing I want is to tell him what happened, especially the part about the letter.
I think Hagrid's trying to.
In fact, he's
Kill
the
me.
last person on Earth I'll ever think about telling it to, if I can help it. Sure, he's a dependable guy. God knows how many times he's helped me, even without me asking for it. But stuff like ghosts and the supernatural, he'll never believe those, even if he hears it from a friend. Except maybe if it's Becca.
Is Becca the teacher?
Yes. On a good day, the most harmless thing he'll do is give you an explanation why those things have no chance of ever being real.
On a bad day, he'll hit you.
At worst, he's insufferable. He'll poke fun at you at every single chance he'll get. Ashole. What did I ever do to him? He never does that to Becca or Zach.
Oh, does that mean he fancies her?
Maybe.
That's what boys do, isn't it?
I can already imagine things will go down.
Remember, you used to poke fun at me all the time.
Yeah, push down the
me
stairs.
And hit me and shout at me.
Yeah.
Call me all names.
Yeah. Like really horrible things that
Mm.
can't be repeated. I can already imagine how things will go down the moment I spill a word of what I saw. Nope, over my dead body. Before it catches his attention, I shove the letter deep into my bag.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Well, let's just go.
Doesn't look like a nothing to me.
We still have Zach's movie tonight, remember?
Oh, they're doing a porno.
It's still early. And didn't you say your shift will end around 5 or 6? What about... Hey, Isabella, wait up!
A rush of air greets me as soon as the main door opens.
I made a really good door sound then, didn't I?
You did, it was really impressive. It was
I did
almost like
that.
it was in the game.
I did it. It was me.
Not the usual autumn draft, but it's there. Yeah, that's the game one, not as good.
Yeah.
But it's still a welcome change from the stifling atmosphere inside the mansion. Ash's footsteps are quick behind me, the soles of his shoes thumping hard against the polished concrete in an awkward cadence as he rushes to catch up. He calls out once, twice.
Three times a lady!
The mansion still looms in the background. Whispers call me back.
Come back.
Shadows beckoning. This way.
Help me.
I don't look back. Creepy. We spend the ride back
God,
to
we're
the
not
Lux
even in the
Spawn.
house now. God, do we have to do loads of things where we chat to people and like... Oh, God, I just want to get haunted already.
We spend the ride back to the Luxborn city in a relatively quiet manner with only the radio's disjointed hum in the background to fill the silence. Occasionally, Ash will reach out to fiddle with it until the signal settles or it's on a respectable volume, but otherwise he doesn't say anything. Neither do I. However, if the furtive glances he's been sending my way are signs, I know there are things he's been itching to ask since we left the mansion.
I think you're asking for a lump in her head.
Yeah, I keep my eyes trained on the passing scenery outside in the small hope that my disinterest will dissuade him.
Here.
Here. All of a sudden he tosses something at me with a small compartment on his side.
No, from the small
Oh, yeah. He hits me cleanly on the chin before I can make a move to catch it. The small package makes a soft landing on my lap instead.
tissue.
Marry me, Isabel.
Sorry.
Oh, he's so embarrassed. The glare I send him wipes the smirk about to form cleanly off his face. He clears his throat, focusing his eyes on the road again. I swear he did that on purpose. Ignoring him, I flip the half-forgotten package on my lap.
I won't say no to free food, but why are you giving away cereal bars?
I always have one on my person, and you look like you're about to pass out back there. Have you eaten lunch yet?
I always have one on my person.
I don't even get a chance to deny it because right on cue my stomach rumbles loudly, and an empty gnawing feeling in my belly becomes noticeable. No surprise there, I did skip breakfast and lunch so I could catch Becca while she was on break. I was hoping to get a small meal after. I guess with everything going on I just forgot until Ash mentioned it.
Noodles.
It's not like the hollow feelings
How
new to me
poor
though.
is this girl?
I mean, clearly very, very poor and very in debt. If anything, it's just one of the things I've gotten used to ignoring over
But
the
she
years
has a
growing up.
job? Oh, like...
They only pay her when they sell the house, though. I don't think so either. Thanks.
When
Then I
was
tear open the
younger,
package and start nibbling on the edge of the bar.
I got a job in a place called Diplomat Coffee. And my job was to phone up places and sell them machines that do like filter coffee, and then they subscribe to you and you supply the coffee and the filters. And that was $0 per hour. You could work all day and you'd make no money unless you sold lots of you'd like give them the filter machine for free and then they just paid for the filters and the coffee. And unless you got various businesses to sign up for that, you'd get no money. Isn't that insane?
That is insane.
That's the kind of shit that went down back in the day.
Yeah. Can you move that mic a little bit closer to you?
Oh my god, can people not hear me? Is everyone okay? Is that better?
Yeah, maybe.
Have people been missing out on the things I've been saying?
No, you've been saying really good things and they've been picked up. It's just
Are
a
you
little
100% certain? Because we will have to start again if
from the very
people have
beginning.
missed it. Yeah.
Apart from an acknowledging nod, Ash doesn't say anything after that small exchange.
Why is the mic so far away from me?
Don't know. For that, I'm thankful. After getting an earful from both Becca and Rose, it's nice to be able to just sit down with someone who's not going to nag at you.
How'd the open house go?
I'd like a cereal.
The usual.
Like with those
We got
Rice
a bigger
Krispie
crowd than
ones.
normal
Oh,
because
yeah.
of the property's fame, but really no different from the typical open house.
Apart from I
On
fell
second thought,
down
it
the
actually
stairs.
looks like a fancy
There
party
was a-
more than an open
there's a
house.
Skinless,
Skinless.
monster.
I've never felt so underdressed in my life. Weren't you there?
I wasn't really listening.
I should have asked someone to kick you out.
No, you won't.
No, you won't.
What?
And what makes you so sure?
One,
They've
ever since you
regularly-
got assigned to this property, you've been freaking out about it.
Mixed up
Mixed
tenses.
up
Rebecca's words, not
tenses,
mine.
yeah.
She's been complaining to me about how you talked your ears off, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Two, despite your
friends.
initial qualms about the place, you still took the job. Which brings us to three. It's been months since you last settled a deal, and you're short on money right now since you're back to your instant noodle diet.
How do you even know about the last one?
Rebecca. Anyhow, you're hellbent on selling the mansion. Even if someone you know personally is in the tour group, you aren't going to just kick them out. Every single person who went on your open house is still a prospective client to you. Even me.
Prospective.
Prospect. He's not entirely wrong.
Well, he's not a client, obviously.
Oh man, I walked right into that one, didn't I?
I hate you. I really hate you right now.
His answer is a small laugh, the kind that screams, "I'm right, I told you so." I hate it when he does that.
I'll have you know that there's already someone who's extremely interested in this property. So even if you expressed any sort of interest in it, I don't think they'd be willing to let you have it. Too bad.
Provided I didn't botch it with the rights.
Story
Oh
updated.
yeah, Mom Hannah in particular didn't look too
Hannah.
pleased with what I did.
Look at the
Honor.
story.
It's actually not here. I'm assuming that it must be just in general. No. I owe Rose a big apology. I hope she likes free donuts.
You don't seem too happy about it.
I am happy. Doesn't this look like a happy face to you?
Yes.
Really? And here I was thinking you found another one stuffed in the sofa. Or is it the wardrobe this time?
Another what stuffed in the sofa?
I'm not sure.
Face.
You meant that as a joke, but how close it is to the truth made my blood run cold.
Hang on. What?
Should we have a look at what... I'm happy, doesn't this look like a... And here I was thinking you found another one stuffed in the sofa.
Yeah, so another face.
You don't seem too happy.
When did
about
you
it.
find a face in the sofa?
I think-
Wardrobe. And how is that close to the truth? I don't remember anyone finding faces.
My own heart beats a heavy weight in my chest. All at once, the letter in my bag feels a whole lot heavier, burdened by my own guilt and apprehension.
Yeah, well, things happened. Stuff the right couple might not be pleased about. No need to make a fuss about it. It's normal in the business.
It's
You
normal.
made them angry?
Not angry, just stuff happened.
Oops. Whoa.
What did you...
Pressed the wrong thing on the mouse.
Like?
Things.
Thanks.
Did they do anything? Your clients, the Wrights, was it?
Did they hurt you? I can't answer that.
I mean, why not? They didn't do anything.
Well, what should we do? Should we
At
change
least
the
not without
subject?
revealing everything that took place in the attic. Yeah, change the subject. Don't lie. That's not a good basis for a friend.
You keep asking me about my work, yet you haven't said a
happened?
single word about yours.
We went up for you.
For you. What's she saying? You keep asking me about my work. Tell me about your work.
That's not fair.
We have
Both
no
you
idea what you
and
do for
Zach
work.
have literally disappeared off the face of the earth.
I thought they ran an adult entertainment industry.
Well, yeah, that's our canon.
Oh, is it not real canon?
That's not real, no.
Oh.
An over-exaggeration.
So hang
but-
on, are they not doing a porn film?
No, of course they're not.
What do you mean, of course?
You said a couple of episodes, oh, they're doing an orgy as a joke, and that must have stuck to you.
Oh, okay.
An over-exaggeration, but changing the subject to something else is still
Because it's
better
been
than
weeks since
outright
that
lying to him.
episode.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks. Besides, it never worked with him.
It's really good for February.
I'm not sure if it's because I'm just bad at it, or because he's just really very good at his job. He doesn't answer immediately, only momentarily shifting a
Oh my
glance
god, does everybody know what's
over me
happening
and
in 2
returning.
weeks?
I don't think everybody knows what's happening in 2 weeks.
Oh, well. So you haven't made an announcement before now?
I haven't made any announcement before now.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you guys will be pleased and excited to know that in 2 weeks it's my birthday.
But not 2 weeks from recording,
Yeah.
which goes against what we just said of when this was recorded.
Yeah, I know. I don't care. I'm exposing my sausage.
Yeah, we're exposing the sausage.
Is that a known thing?
Well, we're showing how the sausage is made.
Yeah, but do people know what that...
Yeah,
Okay, so
that's an
you all
expression
know.
that people know.
Yeah, so behind the curtain, you can see that this is a pre-recorded thing. But anyway, we're getting off topic here. It's my birthday in 2 weeks, which will be in January, and I will need presents.
Okay, so everybody that likes presents, please like, comment, subscribe.
Yep, and send me a present. Maybe we should make a wish list and attach it from now on to all the descriptions of your videos. I'm going to make him do that, everyone. That's
Right.
going to be on this video. Because if anyone deserves a gift, it's me.
Yeah. He doesn't answer immediately, only momentarily shifting a glance over me and returning it back to the road when he has to make a sharp turn. Outside, the sun has already started its descent, casting a vibrant orange glow on the tall buildings. I wonder how long before we reach the venue for
So
Zach's
they do
film.
make...
That does not say that there's going to be a porn film at any
No,
point.
but they make films then.
Yeah, the thing that they've all got to be there for is Zach's film because he's made a film.
Okay.
You sound like suspicious. Like, how sexual is this film going to be? Not at all, don't worry.
It's just M3 though. She said it was just her.
No, they're going there to see the film. It's its
Yeah,
premiere.
but she said it was just Zach, her, and Ashhole.
yeah,
So it was just M3.
at the cinema.
I'm not sure if it's at a cinema. She just said venue. I think they're gonna do like a home event.
Okay. Checking the street signs outside, it appears Ash has taken the longer route.
Oh, really?
Odd.
Someone's getting cold feet.
Well, he's probably trying to avoid the rush hour
No.
traffic.
Didn't we just talk a week ago over chat?
That's different. Linking your awful memes in the group chat box every morning isn't exactly a conversation.
Excuse me, I don't hear you calling them awful while you're laughing at all of them.
Shut up! And you aren't answering my question.
That earns him a soft punch to his arm.
And
Pow. I did laugh at them.
Throw my hair around, twinkle my eyes, and push my breasts together.
But I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of knowing that I found most of them funny. It'll only make his head bigger. Stupid Ash.
This is like some
Alright,
really
alright.
lame
Lay off on
flirt
the
shit,
abuse.
isn't it?
Alright,
That
oh,
case I
hang on.
mentioned before?
He's saying it.
We've been trying to pin the bastard down, but it required more work than we anticipated.
Oh, I know who it is. It's that
We
guy.
got some good lead months.
Gray.
Oh,
Gray,
yeah,
right.
maybe.
Yeah, Gray Right. Guy is the
did-
guy he's been
but did-
watching.
Do you think?
Yeah.
That's why he was at the thing.
Yeah. There we go, I've solved it. Thank you very much.
He recounts what he's been doing in the time we haven't seen each other. So he's a detective.
Yeah, natural detective.
He doesn't look like a detective, does he? Looks a bit young for a detective.
He does the occasional small investigation.
Yeah. And the
But
big
he's-
case he's been stuck working on, stuff he couldn't mention in the brief
So,
time we
is he just
catch
doing
each other online.
the porn as like an undercover thing?
It's yes. He's an undercover cop making porn films. Although most of it are
see.
the trimmed down version, only things he can tell. He has always been careful about that. Even in the way he spins his answers to my questions, just enough to satisfy
And that's
my
why
curiosity.
he said, did they hurt you? Because he knows he's a baddie.
Mm.
He's a bad man.
That's probably right, isn't it? But not
Yeah.
enough to paint the whole picture.
Of course it's right.
Yeah, you might be right.
I'm definitely right.
At one point, his voice takes on a strange
We should
tone.
remember this moment in our lives so that we can refer back to it when it's revealed.
Okay.
And also, if I am wrong, that could be quite amusing too.
Yeah. At one point, his voice takes on a
Suitable.
strange tone when he mentions something about the big case, but I don't dwell on it much.
Oh yeah, good friend.
That's normal, right? I mean, who wouldn't be frustrated if you couldn't bring someone to justice because they kept slipping out of your fingers? If I were in his shoes, I'd definitely lose my mind. His stories never cease to be entertaining regardless. If things weren't the way they were back home, maybe I would have considered taking on the same job as him.
What, you were between a realtor and a detective?
Well, no, not really. Mama would never allow that.
Where do they live?
Don't know. Something where there's a Zarbooks.
But, like, the other people are all English.
Or, you know, that's what they're...
And
I guess
but
one of them
she's
has
a-
Colloch, which is like Scottish.
There's Scottish and then 3 English people.
Hey, look, that's the Realty Corporation.
I know. And then
But the idea is still there.
and then she's American, and is he American too?
No.
4 English people.
Along with countless others I've let go, time passes quickly between us in this manner, and before I know it, we're already at the movie house. Movie house. That's an interesting term for it. A small crowd has already formed in front of the theatre when we arrive.
Looks like passerbys, to be honest.
Looks like what?
Passerbys, not like crowd waiting to go in.
It does. The Lift Fest, short for Luxborn. This is where they are, Luxborn Independent Film
Where's
and Theatre
Luxborn?
Festival.
I mean, it looks like America.
Does a bit, doesn't it? Attracts a bigger crowd annually, and this year's no different. I've only been to a few indie film screenings with Zach, so I'm not an expert on the matter. But I know that for people hoping to make a break in the industry, getting your film recognised by a local event like this is already a big deal.
So what are the films called? Point of No Return, Pocket
Batgirl?
Batch. That one's called.
Oh, is it? Batch?
That's what it looks like.
Does look like Batch.
Pocket.
Oh, here,
Chibi.
Batcat. The same here.
Batcat. I see.
And then Pocket Chibi. I know that for people hoping to make a break for the industry, getting your film recognised by a local event like this is already a big deal. Especially for a newcomer like Zach.
Does
He
it just
hasn't
say
even won an
Batcat
award.
soon?
Batcat soon, yeah. There wasn't space for coming. Especially for a newcomer like Zach.
There's
He hasn't
always
even
space
won
for
an
coming.
award, but...
There's always space for coming.
Thank you. That's good. Just getting a confirmation letter that the festival committee wants to include his movie in this year's lineup. Already put a grin on his face for weeks. Speaking of the guy, he's impossible to miss.
She's into Zach, is she?
At 6 feet, he appears to loom over most of the movie goers, and with his large build and heavy voice, there's no surprise when people give him a wide berth.
6 feet
as they
isn't
pass
like
by.
huge. It's not like a standard tall person.
I'm an inch off 6 feet, aren't I?
Yeah.
It's often easy to mistake him for someone intimidating at first glance. I did.
Well, then this suggests that this is a country that...
Careful.
What?
You're going to say something incredibly racist? Is that what you're going?
No. Like an Asian country because they're shorter. It'd be like everyone's like, oh my god, a 6 foot man.
But I think the tallest man is Asian.
Is he?
Isn't he?
I don't know. That's very interesting.
I did back when I didn't know any better.
Fact check that. Fact
In
check.
the comments. If you like tall Asian men, like, comment, subscribe. Ash did too, I heard. Once early in their friendship. What did you do?
Showed his bum, I think it was.
Showed his bum. Oh, mistaken for an intimidating person.
Oh, there's Zach.
Hey, you
Oh.
guys! Long
It's
time
taken
no
on a really
see.
different sort of vibe now.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, yeah, he's so intimidating because he's 6 foot. Yeah, that's what it is, isn't it?
Zach's face lights up with a smile of his own. He moves towards us with careful steps, taking a significant effort to make himself smaller so as to not
He's
bump or
6 foot?
accidentally fit anyone.
Jesus, he's not
But
like
he
8
looks
foot.
tall in this image, doesn't he? I want them to put people next to him so they can see. Typical Zach, knocking people around. He's just like barely taller. As he nears, Ash casually raises his hand in greeting and...
Sup, Z-Man, my main man. What's crack-a-lackin', my
Oh
homie?
my god.
The awkwardness that descends within the immediate vicinity of our small group is palpable enough. Somewhere to our left, a girl giggles, and only then do I become aware of my mouth hanging open. I'm almost amazed how Ash can say that out loud with a straight face. Almost. He's a detective.
Yeah.
Considering his track record, I should be used to it by now. Zach seems to be.
Yo, stop trying to act black, Ashton. And you're the only one who calls me Z-Man.
Oh, he's so embarrassed by what he did. There's fondness underneath his exasperated tone. If this were any other person, he'd likely be offended, but years of friendship
I
and
don't know, it's still kind
familiarity-
of weird.
It is very weird. I've made those words harmless to the other's ears.
Imagine if, like, we just were casually racist to our friends, but we're like, no, it's fine, honestly, we've been doing it for years. Like, it means
I've
nothing
really-
now.
I've really grinded him down. Or at least enough for both to take it in stride.
It's been a while, Zach.
I put on a black accent and everything, now it's chill.
Hope you didn't get into trouble again.
Not much to get into trouble lately without you, I'm afraid. I'll let you know if something comes up.
I'm glad that they've got voices for that bit now. Imagine if we had to then suddenly do that.
What if it asked us to...
Well, if usually we'd read out the voices, wouldn't we?
yeah,
So we suddenly had to read out what he just said to that guy.
yeah.
Nah, I ended up with chicken down stuck on me last time I agreed. I'd really love at least this year to pass without some sort of
Chicken
accident
down,
happening
stuck
again.
on me.
I ended up with chicken down stuck on me.
What does...
I really hope so.
Did you hit your face with the microphone?
I did, yeah.
What
Hey,
does
I take
chicken
offense
down
to that.
stuck on me?
It wasn't
I don't...
that bad.
Don't know. I think it just means he got covered in chicken.
Chicken down?
Like duck down.
Yeah, does he just mean loads of feathers are on him? Why were they feathering this poor man?
He was tarred and feathered.
Isn't that something people used to do to black people when they were racist?
I don't know whether they didn't do it to necessarily black people, did they?
I don't know, I feel like it's got some sort of horrible... I'm gonna have to look it up.
You really have no idea.
A beat passes,
Ba-dum.
and then Zach laughs.
Hey, I'm kidding. You know you can always count on me.
It's a story only the two of them are privy to.
Oh, it's just any old public torture and
Isn't
punishment,
it like
I
to the
think.
village idiot? Didn't he do that? Every
Well-
now and then Ash will enlist Zach's help on something. Becca and I never really found out what the deal is with those adventures, as Ash calls it, and both aren't willing to tell due to some unspoken agreement.
Mob vengeance. I think that might be why I've thought that it's
Oh, I see. She insists that if it's Ash, it's likely not something illegal or life-threatening. I tend to believe her on that.
who insists that.
I can't remember. Becca. Sometimes. Oh well, boys will be boys, I guess. I give Zach a small wave from behind Ash, when his attention eventually turns to me.
Bella! Huh? Rebecca's now with you. Is she still sick?
A bit. But she's up and went to work this morning.
And we're all about
You know
to
she
be
doesn't listen to
cursed.
anyone that's not Ash.
Yes, she does.
Okay.
No, she doesn't. You're literally the only
She listens to
person
people
she
all the
listens to when
time.
She's feeling stubborn.
And it's true, they've known each other far longer than any of us in the group. Childhood friends and all.
So is Ash supposed to be like Becca's love interest? And
Oh,
Zach
maybe.
is hers? Does Zach
Well-
look like a Zach we know?
No?
But don't
He
worry,
reminds
Zach.
me of the Zach
She's
that
probably
we
on
know.
her way here now.
Oh really?
Yeah.
She's probably on her
She
way
promised
now.
she wouldn't miss your movie. Isabella! Oh, thank goodness.
Doesn't sound like Becca, does it?
I don't know, their voices change a bit.
Speak of the devil, it's Becca. Without warning, a hand grabs me by the shoulder and turns me around.
Becca!
All this
you're
shoulder
just in
grabbing.
time.
You're just in time. I have to lean back a little with the way her face is almost invading my personal space, while she places her hand on either side of my head to keep me still.
Yeah, like a vice grip like you used to do to me.
She stares at me intently, concern filling her eyes.
Becca, you're squishing my face.
But you
How
did
are
after you held her mouth
Are you
open.
alright?
Yeah. It's the best place to grab if you want someone not to get away.
Why wouldn't I be?
Rose called me earlier.
Those 4 words tell me all I need to know. Since I don't have family living close by and the only other relative I have here works on the far side of the country, I gave my company Becca's contact number in case of an emergency. I should have known Rose would call her when I just disappeared. I push Becca's hands away from my face, although she lets go. Her eyebrows remain drawn together.
Oh, no, everything's good. Rose covered for me at work today.
That's not what I'm talking about. How's your head?
Beside me, Ash snickers. I bite back
Why
the
would
urge.
he laugh at
I
that?
don't know. I bite back the urge to elbow him in place of trying to avoid Becca's hand, as she tries to reach out for the said area. Excuse me. I do my best to dodge her all at once, moving to hide behind Zach. Sorry for using you as a human shield, Zach.
Oh, it's nothing. I just slipped off a few steps on my way down. I blacked out for a few seconds and had a minor bump, but it's just that.
You blacked out? It's not something to brush off.
Hey, I blacked out not so
Come
long
on,
ago.
at least let me
I was
check it.
fine. Isn't it an urban myth now about concussions?
Well, that's what we looked
Oh
up.
no,
recently.
it's an urban myth about sleeping on a concussion, so it's fine.
Yeah, the concussions are still a thing.
It's extremely minor. You wouldn't even know it's there.
Isabella, this isn't a laughing matter.
After this scene, it's the end of the episode, by the way.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Well, it's about to kick off next.
I can't wait.
She did look pale when I saw her.
Will a demon come?
I hope so.
Wow, thanks a lot, Ashton, you traitor. I'll get you back for this. Just you wait.
What? I'm just saying it as it is.
Calling a spade a spade.
If you mentioned this earlier, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
I'm sorry. Saw her?
Yeah, they arrived together. Bella looked fine to me then. I don't know.
Thanks, Zach.
Something crosses Becca's face, but it's gone before I can figure out what it is.
Becca's jealous. They're supposed to be friends.
Who's she supposed to be jealous of?
But she's into him, I think.
But Ash is into us.
No, Ash is into Becca, I think.
You think so? I thought that he seemed like 'cause
Well,
he was like
yeah.
picking at us. And
Yeah, he's
bullying
always
us.
flirting.
Oh.
But
That's good. At least she didn't have to travel
think
alone,
that-
right?
they're into each
At
other,
least.
really.
Good.
See, I'm okay. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to miss Zach's film.
We can always watch it some other time. Sorry, Zachary.
No, it's good.
Oh,
You
he's a
guys
good
should
man.
really keep it down. We're starting to attract some attention.
What? Do people not talk in public in this town?
Are we like screaming at each other?
What is happening? Maybe it's because Zach is so abnormally tall at 6 foot.
Or like he's like a celebrity and he doesn't want to reveal.
He's
that
not a
there.
celebrity, though. We know that.
No, I know.
The premiere's different, right, Zach?
I shoot him a pleading look. Zach's a sensible guy. He'll understand. Please understand.
Not really, but Rebecca has a point. In the end, I think it's your call.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
We gonna get to pick or is he just gonna take us in?
Please, Becca. I really don't want to miss it.
I don't want to miss it.
You're not missing it. Oh, we're just moving it on a different day so we can have a...
Look, you guys.
Look what I can do. Ash's loud sigh unexpectedly cut through the conversation. He's pinching the bridge of his nose as he speaks, something he usually does when he's getting impatient.
If she says she's okay, then there's nothing we can do about it. It's not like we can stop her either. Besides, she's still acting like the same old Isabella to me, if she can still run around like that.
Why am I running around?
Why are you taking her side?
Oh, God.
Oh, Becca.
I'm not. But if she wants to watch Zach's movie with us, I'm not going to stop her. She's probably the one looking forward to it the most.
Ash, that's... You, of all people, should know...
Tell you what, if I notice something amiss with her, I'll take her to the nearest hospital myself. Is that good enough for you?
I already know the answer before Becca voices it out. When at last she releases a deep breath and nods, albeit with great reluctance, I immediately tackle her into a hug.
Thanks, Becca.
It's always been you with him, isn't it?
What?
Did you say something?
Me? Nothing. Don't mind me.
Okay?
If you say so.
There's some history here, isn't there?
Well, she's jealous of Isabella.
Okay,
Nailed
guys, showtime's close, so I think I'm gonna get us some snacks. My treat. And then let's head inside. Anyone here has a smaller bill?
Anyone here who has a smaller bill?
Yeah, as in a note for cash.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I think
he's
I
just
do.
got a honey.
Hold on.
100.
He's got a hundy on him. I pulled myself off from Becca to get my wallet from my bag. She was still gripping my head.
Oh, and I give everyone a note.
What's this?
Oh,
Says
no.
they're all cursed.
It's already in Ash's hands before I can even react.
How
Behind
is
him-
it already in his hands? I just went to look in my bag.
Well, she brought it out and he was like, "What's this?"
I
Which
mean,
is
if he
really
did
rude.
that is exceptionally rude.
Yeah.
But she said she reached into her bag.
Well,
She didn't
said
say
she did say she pulled it out. I think.
Did she?
I think so. I might not have read it properly.
Nope.
Pull myself out and get my wallet from my bag, and it's already in Ash's hands before I can even react.
Yeah. She doesn't even take it out of her bag.
Behind him, Becca and Zach are both giving the piece of paper an intrigued look.
No! Give it back!
It's just a paper.
I don't care!
There's
Give
nothing
it.
private or secret that should be held on paper.
Looks ancient, too. Why do you keep this around?
I tried to reach for it, but he holds the paper way above his head. I've never been particularly sensitive about my own height, but right now I really wish I had that advantage over him. Everybody's really tall. Oh, but did it already say Becca was tall, or was it Rose that was tall?
No, it was Marianne that was
Right.
tall.
Open it!
What's the big deal? It's not like it's a love letter.
I mean,
don't
it
see any
might
reason
be.
Hold on a second. This isn't it?
It's a love letter.
Even
Written in
if
blood.
it is, it's not for you.
Okay, now I'm curious.
I'm I'm telling you, it's nothing like that.
He's just
It's-
been a detective in this moment.
He's so detective right now. He's detective coded.
The rest of my words are lost when he
He's
unfolds
being a
the paper.
dick. That's what he's being.
That's what detectives are. I can't breathe. My heart feels stuck in my throat, pounding, threatening to burst out. Vaguely, I note how my hands are trembling at my sides. Clasp them together doesn't do any good. They're still shaking, but I hang onto them regardless. The awful sick weight that has taken its core in my stomach back in the open house returns full force. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? How do I fix this in italics? Someone please. Today is turning out to be a horrible nightmare.
Send this to 5 people or else. Well, that's interesting.
Well, now
guys, I think we
6
should listen to
people have
Bella
seen it
first.
and her.
Aren't you a few days early for Halloween?
Ash waves the paper in front of me, giving me a fleeting glimpse of its contents.
It's not like you haven't seen it.
I don't need to see. I don't want to see. The letters, the words, every stroke written in blood is already embedded in my mind. Maybe I should have just thrown it away when I had the chance. That way. That way.
It's not a prank.
Bro.
It's not a prank, bro. It makes all of them stop. Even I'm surprised at how steady my voice is.
What did you say?
That was funny. Did you see how all her eyes moved?
This isn't a prank.
No, sorry.
I saw something.
That's okay.
Oh,
Hold on. Are we still talking about this paper? Or is it about the urban legend again?
Both. I know it sounds ridiculous.
You're saying this is a primitive version of a chain letter, and now that we've seen it, we're now cursed. You've got to be kidding me.
You've gotta be kidding.
See? This is why I didn't want to tell you guys.
Isabella, aren't you taking this a bit too far?
It's not a joke. Will you guys listen to me first? I saw something in the house earlier. It stood right in front of me. If I hadn't gotten away, that thing might have.
Right. And in broad daylight, Isabella. Even someone gullible would find the logic in that screwed up.
Ghosts don't come out during the day, you idiot.
There's also no way in hell that this supernatural shit is true.
But it's real.
well then how do you explain your hair being black before and brown now? And mine being brown before but
And
red now? Hmm?
Hallucination? A delusion?
Oh, I suppose
Didn't
that's
you
a
say
good
you fell
excuse.
down some stairs? So maybe
After
Rebecca's
Asura.
right.
It happened after, when I was trying to get away. I almost got stuck in the same room with that thing. We're all in danger. I thought you were my friends. Why don't you believe me?
We are, and you know that. But this thing and that thing has got nothing to do with the other. When Rose called earlier, I thought she's just exaggerating. But based on what I'm seeing right now, maybe it's better if we really postpone this for now.
Don't bother.
Without another word, I snatch the letter out of Ash's hand and stuff it back into my bag with more force than necessary. Boom! Cliffhanger.
Dun 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 dun.
We will see you next time on Borderline Games.
From me, it's good night.
And from her, it's good night.
Take care.